Campervan Counties is back, another sunny day. I was thinking today, actually, we won't do this, don't worry, but we could turn the Campervan Counties could almost be a different geographical theme as well, about why we get seasons and how seasons work, because since I've been doing these, have you noticed my clothing changed? Crop jeans today, t-shirt. If you look back at the earlier ones, I was thinking about it, I was sat in a jumper and in my fleece jacket. Anyway, today we're going to go to a landlocked county. Remember, that means that there's no coastline. We're going to Staffordshire, which is in the West Midlands area of England. So roughly we're here. So Staffordshire is in a slightly northwesterly direction. It's round about here. It's just to the northwest of Birmingham. Route planner tells me to get to Stafford, which is the county town of Staffordshire, would be around 120 miles. That could take 2¼ to 2½ hours. You've got different choices. You need to get on the M6 motorway to get there, and the M6 around Birmingham tends to get quite busy, but you also have a road you can pay to go on called the M6 toll road, so around about those kind of times to get there. So Stafford, the county town, is 6 miles north from Wolverhampton, 18 miles south of Stoke-on-Trent and 24 miles northwest of Birmingham. In Staffordshire, there are more canals in Staffordshire than in any other county in England. And when I was researching this, I was like, why is that? That's quite significant. And I think a lot of that is to do with the industry that was common in the past in Staffordshire. There is still some of that industry evident today. So there's part of Staffordshire which its nickname is the Potteries. I dug a bit deeper. So the Potteries originally was an industrial area which consisted of 6 different towns. So they were, I have to read them to you, Tunstall, Burslem, Hanley, Stoke, Fenton and Longton, and together they now are more or less the city of Stoke-on-Trent. But in the past they were called the Potteries, that collection of 6 towns, because they were really famous for making pottery. And the reason that the canal connection is there is that the canals helped bring the clay to the potteries, to the factories. So there was an abundance of local clays, and the clay was brought to the factories on canal barges. But then, and this was the fact that I liked, you imagine making pottery, making ceramics, it's very fragile. So the canals were also a useful way, once the pottery had been made, and it's fragile, so it breaks easily. If you travelled with it on roads, if you travelled with it on the trains, it would jiggle about. But on the canals, it was a much smoother way to transport it, and there was less chance of breakage. So then the canals all connected up from Staffordshire all around the country, but particularly you could get the China to London. Obviously was one of the big marketplaces for the pottery, and there are still some well-known names that produce pottery today. So companies like Spode, Dalton and Wedgwood are still there today. Right, that got a bit sidetracked with pottery, but that is what the part of the area of Staffordshire is known for. Like I said, it's called the Potteries. Some random, totally random facts. The first jar of Marmite was produced in Staffordshire. Apparently a German scientist called Justus von Liebig realised that the byproduct of beer could be bottled and eaten. Personally, it is a love it or hate it thing. I hate Marmite, don't like the smell, don't like the taste, but some people love it. Places to visit for family fun in Staffordshire. You can go to Alton Towers if you're a bit of an adrenaline liker. You can go to Drayton Manor theme park, so it's another theme park like Alton Towers, but there's a zoo at Drayton Manor as well. And a family favourite for my family is to go to Waterworld in Stoke-on-Trent. It's a really fun indoor water park, so whatever the weather, we've been there on miserable days and spent all day in there. I put a picture on the slides for you. One of my family favourites, definitely. Next time we'll go to a landlocked county much nearer to where we live, one of our neighbours. We're going to go to Hertfordshire. I will see you soon.